Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. My name is Kelsie Halls and today we are going to do a Valentine's Day look. Okay ladies, let's go ahead and get started. So first you are going to start with a damp beauty sponge silk primer. You can apply this with your fingers, you can apply it with your beauty blender. Typically when you are doing makeup on other people, like your clients, the least you can touch their face, the better. But if you're just doing it yourself and you just want to stick it on your fingers, you can do that too. Make sure that you are applying in a downward motion. This is gonna make sure all your little hairs don't poke up. Now we are going to do our color correcting tinted moisturizer. The great thing about the tinted moisturizer is there's two shades, light and medium, and it's color correcting, so not only is it going to get rid of all that redness in your skin, it's going to create a really even canvas for you to apply your makeup. I have a lot of red in my face, so this is like a game changer for me. Okay, now that we have our tinted moisturizer on, for extra coverage, we are going to do our foundation. So the foundation is so hydrating and it really just gives you that extra coverage. And this is the shade Dewy. What's nice about the foundation is you really can not go wrong with the shade that you select, because our foundation can go 3 shades up and 3 shades down, meaning I use 3 different foundations and they all fit my skin tone. So the reason why I choose to do a beauty blender over applying it with your hands is a beauty blender really pushes it into your skin and creates a flawless finish. So now we are doing the concealer, and this is in the shade Light. The concealer actually comes in 3 different shades, light, medium, and deep. So I'm putting it in with my fingertips because the warmth of your fingers just kind of helps melt the concealer. And we are going to move on to the eyes. So we are going to start off with Candlelight ShadowSense. So the main purpose of your foundation for the Candlelight is to create a blank, even canvas when you're applying your makeup. Now we're gonna go in with just a Morphe eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna blend everything out. Okay, now we are all finished and we are going to move on to the crease. So today we're gonna create like the most gorgeous dusty pink smoke color on our eyes. And we're gonna start with a crease color. This is another Morphe shadow brush. And we are going to start off by mixing 2 different colors, Mocha Java and Pink Pretty. And we are going to blend it on our blending palette. I am obsessed with our blending palette because not only do I get to make whatever colors I want, I don't have to clean it. I can just throw it away after. So we're gonna do equal parts of the Pink Posy and the Mocha Java. I'm just gonna blend it with the end of my brush. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more Mocha Java. Okay, so again, this is the 2 colors blended and we are just going to stick it in our crease. We're just doing windshield wiper motions. You really want feather-light touches when blending your shadow because a little bit goes the longest way. So I'm dipping it into the color and then blending it out onto the paper. You can see I'm making a mess. Okay, now that we have our crease color, what we're going to do to darken the shade is we're going to add a little bit of a garnet to this. So that means this is Pink Posy, Mocha Java, and Garnet. Garnet is the most beautiful chocolate brown color, but the reason we're mixing it is because it's going to really deepen this tone to put in our crease, but still keep it within the same shade. And I'm using the same brush to do my crease. I'm gonna start with a downward motion, blending it down first, and then over. Where you put your brush first is going to be the darkest, so you always want to focus on the outside of your eye. My tip to you is if you think you're done blending, blend for like an additional 10 to 15 seconds because you're probably not done blending. Now we're gonna go in with a Sigma pencil brush. And now we're gonna go in and smoke out the bottom Okay, so now we're gonna start playing with pink. So we're gonna do pink opal and rose gold shimmer. These are two of my all-time favorite colors, and mixing them together with the rose gold, adding a little bit more pink, you'll die. It's so pretty. So because I want it more stamped on, I'm gonna stick it directly on my eye. Otherwise, I stick it on the brush and apply it that way because it's so much easier to blend. So I'm gonna stick some of the rose gold. Now we're gonna do the pink opal shimmer. Now, because I want some more pink, I'm gonna go and add some more pink opal. Now it just gives it that perfect, like blushy, shimmery color. Now what we're going to do is we're gonna go in and highlight the center with that same color. Now we are going to take Candlelight again, apply it directly to the brush. We're gonna clean up underneath the brows. I'm taking that same brush, and just darkening the corner just a little bit more. Now, a fun fact about your shadow is it should never go below the tip of your brow to the corner of your eye. So every single time that happens, all you need to do is take your concealer or your Candlelight to just clean up right underneath. So to solve that, I'm gonna go and then just put a stripe right underneath like that. And then I'm gonna blend it out with my beauty blender. See how it just really cleans up under the eye. So when you have shadow below that line, it actually drags your eyes down. You always want to be making them look more open, awake. So to cleaning that underneath is gonna really make you look more awake. So now that we finished the eyes, we're gonna highlight underneath the brows and do the brows. I'm going to use this Morphe M443, and we're gonna take some Pearlizer, and we're gonna highlight right underneath the brow. Okay, now that we've highlighted, we're actually gonna go in and darken up the brow a little bit. What you need to know about brows is you never want to go 2 shades darker than your hair color. So if you have really dark hair, you're okay to go really dark. But if you have lighter hair like me or medium brown, you really don't want to go too dark. So the shade we are going to use for brows is Smoked Topaz. As you can see, this color does not look like it would be great for brows, but I promise you it is the most gorgeous color, and it gives it that perfect ashy color. You want to start in the middle of your brow, not the front. You want the front to be very wispy, very natural. I'm going to use the other end of the brush and just comb it out. And you can also see with darkening it, how it really makes that highlight that we applied right before just kind of pop. Okay, now that we got our brows, we got our eyeshadow, we're gonna do our lashes, and then we'll finish off with the face. So first for our lashes, we are just wanting to darken the lashes because we're going to apply strip lashes, which is one of my favorite things to add a little something to the look. So the color we are using to darken up lashes is Onyx ShadowSense. So you can apply this with a disposable brow wand or bristle wand, whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to use it directly from the applicator. And when you're doing anything with your lashes, you do want to make sure that you are brushing them out, otherwise they can get so clunky. The purpose of applying this, even though we're doing strip lashes, is just to help the lashes really blend in with the strip lashes. So we're not curling them, we're not doing anything fancy, just applying some shadow. Now, if you are not applying strip lashes and you want to complete this look with just mascara, I would recommend smoking out your lash line and then just applying mascara. Now we're gonna apply lashes, which is my favorite part. This is Lashes Everlasting Jade. So these lashes are already trimmed to fit my eye. So I'm going to show you how to clean them once you've already used them. So all you need to do is you need to hold it, the lash part, and then you can actually gently pull the glue off from the band, and it just comes right off. So these are reusable lashes, so they are good for 25 to 30 uses. Okay, now these are good to go. So now you're just going to put the lash in your tweezers, just like this is how you're going to apply your lashes and how you're going to apply the glue to the lashes. And you can apply any lash glue you would like, but my main tip for your lashes is make sure you apply a dollop of glue on each corner, the outer corner and the inner corner, because when they do lift, the corner is where it starts. Now, the biggest tip with your lashes is allowing the glue to dry. Most people will actually put it on too soon, so when they apply it, it slides around, it gets all gunky on your eyelash and on your eyelid, so give it about 30 seconds to a minute to actually dry. When the glue is ready, it starts to lose its shine. So you want to apply it in a downward motion with your eyes partly closed but not closed all the way. Just gonna make sure that you get it as close to your lash line as you possibly can. Okay, you're gonna start in the center, hold it for a couple seconds, now you're gonna move to the corners. You don't want to get it too close to your center because then it's going to really bother you. You want to start the lash when your natural lashes start. Okay, and then you're just going to push it down, let it dry fully, pinch your two lashes together. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the other eye. We're going to hold it in our tweezers, apply whichever lash glue you would like. I recommend for beginners you use clear lash glue because you can really tell when the glue is dry with the clear glue, and then also if you do mess up you don't get black on your eye. But for more advanced, then I personally like the dark glue because it kind of acts as my eyeliner and really emphasizes my eye. So now we're waiting. Sometimes when you get really good at lashes, once you practice, you can do both at the same time. So you let them both dry, so then you can just apply. It makes it a lot faster. Okay, and by that point, this lash is fully 90% of the way is dry. So you can manipulate it a little bit more. We're gonna let this eye dry for just a second before we pinch the lashes together and do anything else and move on to the face. Okay, now we're just pinching the lashes together. Now we're gonna move on to the good stuff, the face. First, on our face, we are going to contour. So this is one of my all-time favorite brushes, and you're never going to believe how much it is because it's only like $3. This is an Opal blush brush. I love this brush because not only is it cheap, but the shape is fantastic. It's nice and tapered, just enough to get the perfect contour. And to contour today, we are going to do Mocha Java. Now with contouring, the biggest rule of thumb is to go from the top of your ear to the tip of your brow. So you got this buffer zone right here. You want to angle it from here to here. The reason why that is because if you go too far forward, your face is going to look dirty. And if you don't go too far up, you're gonna look like a clown. And I'm just applying the shadow directly to my brush. And then again, just doing sweeping motions, going back and forth, super light touches, really thin, to really emphasize my cheekbones, or to make some. Okay, now we're just gonna do the perimeters of my face. So the basic purpose of contouring is to make things smaller. So if you think you have a big forehead, you can contour your head. This is just a really basic contour. I don't do a whole lot of contouring from day to day. And then I'm taking what's left over on the brush and I'm gonna do the sides of my nose. Now we are going to move on to blush. To apply blush, I use the Real Techniques Duo Fiber Contour Brush. And obviously, I don't use it to contour, I use it for my blush. And for blush today, we are going to use one of my all-time favorite colors, Toasted Rose. I feel like blush is the most understated product. It's so pretty. You could really just apply a little bit of highlighter, a little bit of blush, and you're good to go. And you guys, I have had this blush for 2 years. It lasts forever. Another empty brush. This is Real Techniques Duo Fiber Face Brush. Okay, just blending everything together, meshing it really well. Now we are going to go in and highlight. This is my Real Techniques 300 brush. Not only is it rose gold, I think it's my favorite brush. So pretty. Now we're going to use our Pearlizer for our highlight. I actually have a hilarious story about the Pearlizer. When I very first got it, I thought it was foundation. Like, I got the bottle and I'm like, surely you wouldn't put highlighter in such a giant tube because it would last forever. And it does. I've had it for such a long time. So I thought it was kind of like a luminous like primer to like apply. So I squirted it in my hand and I put it all over my face, you guys. All over my face. I looked like Edward. It was so embarrassing. I immediately took it off. Okay, so we're just highlighting the high points of your cheekbones. If you can't find the high point, what I like to do is you just grab your light and move your head around until you can see it hit. And then that's where you know you need to get. Okay, now we're going to apply a teeny bit of highlighter to your Cupid's bow, which is this part of your lip right here, and the tip of my nose. The reason why you highlight your Cupid's bow is it actually creates an illusion that your lips are fuller. They're not, they just look like they are. So now that we have that, you wanna make sure your lips are clean and dry before you apply your LipSense. And today we are going to do one of my all-time favorite colors. It is a mixture that I did. I just have a washcloth. And if you are a first-time user of LipSense or your first few applications or your lips are even dry, you can mix equal parts of sugar and coconut oil, mix it together and scrub your lips before you apply it. It will make your lips so smooth and your LipSense is gonna go on like butter. So now that our lips are clean and dry, let's get started. So with LipSense, today we are going to mix two of my all-time favorite colors, Goddess and Praline Rose. We're gonna do 2/3 Goddess and 1/3 Praline Rose. We want it to be mostly pink, just applying it directly to my blending palette paper. Give yourself a generous amount because you remember you're applying 3 layers, and this is the ratio. Okay, if you have a disposable lip wand, you can use that. Okay, now we're gonna do 3 even, very thin coats, going one direction, starting in your waterline. That is where your LipSense is can wear off the quickest, so you want to really make sure you get your waterline really good. Make sure your lips are not tacky at all before you apply your second coat. Okay, now the third and final layer. All right, you wanna make sure your lips don't touch, otherwise they'll stick until you get the gloss on. Okay, now I got 3 layers on. We're gonna let that dry and then we're going to apply the gloss. Are you guys not dying? Look at how beautiful that color is. It is like the perfect dusty pink. Okay, I think it's good to go. So now we're going to apply gloss. Now we did a super thin layer of gloss because we are going to top it off with one of my all-time favorite glosses, and this is Pink Glitter Gloss. So when you first get it, the gloss can tend to pool in the bottom. All you need to do is open it up and mix it. Perfect. Now that we have glossed, we've done our eyes, we've done our lashes, we've done our brows, we've done our contouring, our highlight, we are all finished. Thank you guys so much for watching my Valentine's look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Everything that we used today will be in the description box below. And remember, styles are always changing, but the basics will always stay the same. Thank you guys for watching.